Things with Marnie and Melissa. I'm Melissa Houston, health insurance specialist and financial planner in beautiful Victoria, BC. And what do I have to share today? Just that I'm loving so much beautiful flowers and all the birds singing in the morning. It's spring. It's so lovely.
Yes, it is spring. It is really lovely, and the sun's just starting to hit my window and starting to come in. It's just like, wow. And just looking at your crocuses behind you, they're like sun-kissed on them too. It's so beautiful. So, good morning, everybody. I'm Marnie Dangerfield, a wellness and intentional creativity coach right here in Victoria, BC too. Yeah, I said my bit. I'm enjoying the sun and spring too. So welcome. Lovely to have you here listening to the replay. A bit of an overview and we'll get started. So we like to start with our value statement to start things off and start our day off. and then we'll each be sharing what's inspiring or what's motivated us this past week. And as always, we love to hear from you. If there's anything you want to share in the comments, we love getting motivated and inspired by others too. So I'd love to hear from you. And then I'll be sharing a wellness tip today. And then Melissa will be sharing our contact information and journal prompt. Weekly now we get these journal prompts, which are just wonderful. And then we'll each be sharing what we're grateful for. And same thing goes. If you share below what you're grateful for, we'd love to hear it. And then Melissa will close us out with a motivational quote.
Actually, we got a bonus one. We have 2 quotes today.
2. So you want to stick around. There's two motivational quotes today. So.
That's right. So our value statement, today we gather
in the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
and I was going to steal your line, to express compassion,
to enjoy this gift of life. Woo! You've pretty much got it now. That's awesome.
Only a year and a half. Yes. So are you going to start with what's inspiring and motivating you today, Marnie?
So this week I received in the mail something I had ordered. And oh my gosh, look at this. Good morning, Terry. Lovely to have you with us. Oh, she's got impact in our show, input in our show today. Anyway, so this week I received in the mail a book of poetry, which I'll admit openly, I don't usually purchase books of poetry. That may change in my future after getting this one. But this is a lovely woman. She's Canadian, and she's in the Intentional Creativity Guild, and she has created this. She wrote these poems, and she created this beautiful book. And it says in her debut book, Shaping Pearls, intricately woven parts of her life story with universal wisdom and the healing powers of nature and the elements to create a soulfully expressed collection. Create a soulfully expressed collection of poems that traverse the depth and breadth of being human. And I should have had my glasses on. So I apologize for the stumbling. I was like, oh, where am I? Anyway, but there's more. Anyway, it just how people can be expressive, whether it's in writing or painting, or it's so inspiring to me because I know for me writing and is a growth edge, and it's something I'm working on and playing with and dancing with my inner critic to open up writing. But it's just she just like, even just starting with the opening of part 1, it says, at your deepest center there is a flower waiting to grow in all directions. And that's like the opening to section 1. I am all in. And everybody's going to resonate with different works, but just that reminder of the power of the word and how it's expressed, and plus she had it all lovely wrapped, and just the way it was packaged, it was it was just a really uplifting thing to creation to receive in the mail. And I wanted to share it because and we all have this ability to create and express in different ways, whether it's with cooking or whatever. But anyway, so reading this and receiving this is what's been inspiring me this week.
That's lovely. I think I saw you post about it and I was looking at it then. Are they quite long? Is there a little snippet that you could read for us?
Oh yeah, they vary, but most of them, they're not
pretty long.
So I'll just.
Sorry,
Growing Life is it's the one that just opened up. It says Growing Life. Dig through the okay, here we go. Dig through the breaking down of today's debris. Push with tender urgency into musky earth and come to the quiet crafting of a root. Feel the damp suppleness of slow meandering growth. Feel yourself emerge. This is innately your truth. You are the origin from which life births life, from which fragments become.
And as I requested that of you, I forgot you had just said you should have had your glasses on.
Gotta keep it real. It's all good. I managed to read it.
You sure did.
His eyes are holding up.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Oh, I love that there's so many different ways to be creative and to make beautiful things in the world. So awesome. Well, my turn then, and I'm feeling a little nervous because Terry's here. I wanted to highlight the fact that I am feeling inspired by Terry Kerr, everybody, who is a former guest of Motivation Mornings. Gosh, that was probably a while ago now, but she has recently, I'm just going to go to my screen so I can read it, started a new Facebook group called The Empowered Entrepreneur, From the Muck to the Magic. She started it, I think, about a week ago, and there's already 152 members. I'm just going to read a little bit of the About section. This is a place of community, of empowerment, of connection, of contribution. It's a place for entrepreneurs of all stages to congregate, to learn, grow, and launch. It's a space for idea generation, for empowerment conversations, and to find your joy while we navigate this crazy life of entrepreneurship. So I know not everyone listening today is an entrepreneur, but I find Terry just in general so inspiring that she recognizes that when there's opportunity for herself to grow, she often invites other people to grow with her. And I think that is so wonderful. It just, it benefits her, but it benefits everybody. It's making the world a better place. And I love that she started this group. I love that there's been so many people who have joined because they obviously see the value in that connection. And last night at a networking event, she teased that she has a 5-day mini challenge coming up, and I can't find any information about that. So that's going to be a to be announced thing still, but I'm very excited to learn more about it. And I will definitely be sharing the link to the Facebook group in the comment section underneath this video in case any of you are entrepreneurs, business owners that would be interested in joining or at least checking it out. Or if you are looking for a coach, you may want to connect with Terry. I'm sure she would love to help you out if that's something that you're looking for in your life, regardless of whether you're an entrepreneur or not. So
I love this. Yeah. I'm so glad you mentioned that. And that's so funny because when I referred to Terry being a part of this, I didn't know you were sharing this part.
Yeah, I know you did.
So Terry, if you're still listening, keep listening. But anyway, Oh, that is so awesome. And I'm so, yes, everything you said, Terry and the group and what she's doing, that's just so wonderful. And you're right, it has been a while since she's been on. So we'll see. Maybe she'll be willing to come back and talk
Yeah.
about her upcoming challenge or whatever she's calling it. But yeah, what you're talking about. We'll see what she says. Oh, she says she's speechless. You're so awesome.
Oh.
You are, Melissa. So yes, love this. That is, yes, she is inspiring and the work she's doing. And yeah, that Facebook group, I'm glad you're going to be sharing that link. She's sharing great things in there, and there's a good community growing in there. So
Mhm.
grow along together. Yes. I'm all in for that. So oh,
And then we have another wonderful wellness tip from the wonderful Marnie Dangerfield.
yes. And it's so funny because I had something planned, and then Facebook of all things came up with a memory from a year ago. And I was like, oh, so I think I might bump what I was going to share today and just go with this one because it's ringing true, especially because for those of you who live near here, we have some amazing weather scheduled for this.
Mm.
And that getting outside, I think, is going to be more appealing for people. So, and I'll share an image of this. But what came up in Facebook was I had created, this is a very rough painting image of a nature break of this prompt of something that's doesn't take very long, simple. It's really can be rejuvenating. It's just in any moment in your day when you have a few minutes, you might just be like, need to get away from the computer or the phone, or I just want to step outside and but I don't have time for a long walk, or oh, there's not enough time. It's like, oh no, if you just have a few moments, you can take a break and step out in nature. And so this nature break, as I describe it, and I'll share the image, it's just as long as you can, depending where you live, that you can just step outside and just pause and notice your breath and notice your feet on the ground and check in with your body. And it doesn't have to take a long, but it's just this conscious decision, this choice to just check in, to just breathe and just be in that moment outside. And then there's some prompts. So notice, what do you see after you've done this? Like, okay, I'm present, I'm here, I'm outside. And whether you look up, you look down, or just what's one thing you see, one thing you hear, you can feel, if there's something you can touch, or whether it's even your own clothes. There's a smell. So you're checking in, you're bringing all your senses in, so you're coming whole with your body and your senses and nature. And then whether you can just think it, or you go inside and just journal one thing that you're grateful for from that experience, one thing you notice that you're grateful for. And so it's something that you can take a longer time with this and really just sit for a while and have your journal and draw and that. But this can be one of those, just a quick reset, quick, like, okay, I'm here, I'm present, I'm connecting with all my senses, connecting with nature, and connecting with what you're grateful for. And in this matter of minutes, whether your day hasn't been going well, you're caught in sometimes those loops we get into in our mental loops where it's worry or stress or whatever, this is something that, wait, I'm going to just take a nature break, and a few minutes later, and just get curious about it, play with it, and see if you notice any shifts or everything else. That's my tip for today. And yeah, I have just a simple image that you refer to. It's really that message, just getting outside, noticing what's going on, using all your senses, and then connecting with something.
It's so simple, and yet it's something that also requires our conscious intention to do, because we don't generally just do that.
And it becomes a practice. It's like, wait, oh, this is my well-being, a bit of a well-being break, nature break.
Oh, I love that so much. Mindful moment outside. Wonderful. Love that tip, Marnie.
You.
Gonna do it.
Woohoo.
Gonna do it. It's gonna be great. Oh, I hope everyone else will give that a try today too. I am going to share our contact information. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I would want to look at right now, but hey, it's a little bit of Terry's group. There it is. If you're wondering.
Hey, there's Terry's room.
I was
Yay.
reading that. Here we go. Should anyone wish to email us, you can reach us at motivation.mornings@gmail.com. If you are not on our Facebook page, it's MM with MM. Go check us out there. Like us. Check out our videos because that is where we have the comments, where we share any resources that we discuss. And you also get to see what other people are commenting. Sometimes they have very valuable insights or things to share too. And then we have our Instagram, motivation_mornings_with_mm. I'm posting reminders on Wednesday mornings, as well as our motivational quotes. And then there's our YouTube page. I won't read that out. But if you are a person who is not awake at 7:30 on Wednesday mornings, or just aren't able to join us for whatever reason, and would like to get notifications of when we post the recordings on YouTube, because that's a great way to check us out as well, that is where you can subscribe. All right, journaling prompt time. For all you journalers, grab your pen and paper. Here's what I got for you today. What is something I can let go of? What is something I can let go of?
Ooh, that's yes. So powerful too. He was like, just let go. I never thought about that. I can do that. Yes, you can.
Yes, you
I love
can.
that. Love that. And I know we're moving into gratitude, but I just want to say I think it looks like we might have a guest on our show next week. So very exciting.
Exciting.
Follow up with Terry after, but yes.
Love it. All right. And then I guess I'm gratituding.
You're
I'm making it a
gratituding.
verb.
I like that. I like it. Gratituding.
I think we've kind of touched on this several times, but I can't help but be super, super grateful for this lovely weather we're having this week. The sun just rejuvenates me. It just warms my heart and makes me just that much happier. I'm really, really grateful for it. I don't, right now the forecast is showing that the clouds might be coming back next week. So I am going to enjoy it as much as possible while it's here.
Yes, I'm with you all the way on that. I know it's like, but for us to have what looks like a week of this sun is what? So as you say, make the most of it and enjoy it. And it's like we're the same as the plants and the flowers and the leaves that are just budding out. It's like they're just see them, they're like, wee sun, and we're the same way. So I choose
I mean,
to.
rain is important too. I'm not
What
dissing the rain.
is? We do need our rain. It was great, but we did have some recently. Oh, good. I'm with you on the gratitude. Daffodils turn to the sun. Yes, that's what. Sorry, I'm trying to read my phone. Yes, they do. They turn to the sun, just like us.
Don't most plants? I always thought most plants do.
Yeah, there's a term for it too. I can't think of it at the moment, but yeah, they manage the house plants and such. You how they'll lean towards where the sun is.
I have a little mini succulent that has grown a lot recently, and the very top of it keeps churning. So I rotate it, and then it turns back.
Isn't that fun? It's like, oh wow. It's so good you do that, because otherwise I would just be like. Terry says rain is important when taxes are due.
It certainly makes it a lot easier to be inside working on them if you aren't missing the beautiful weather outside.
Exactly.
Very true.
All right.
Oh,
Excited. I'm echoing my gratitude. Yeah. Full on gratitude for sun and nature right now.
All right. Well, then I will dive into our 2 quotes today.
2
Dun,
quotes.
dun, dun. Very exciting. So, quote number 1, I again need to give credit to the lovely Terry because she shared this last night and I loved it so much that I wanted to share it with other people this morning. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have, by Maya Angelou. Yes, creativity. I love that. So good. And then our second quote was provided by my sister for motivation mornings. It's not attributed to someone. So we have the name of the person who posted it either on Twitter or Instagram, but I don't know who originally said it, unless it was in fact that person. Not sure. So that one is, don't be afraid to start over again. This time you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Posted by Colleen_C_Kimbro20.
Oh my gosh, I love both of them. And I love, Terry, that all these hearts came up when you shared the quote. And I know earlier in the chat, she mentioned we were talking about creativity, how she shared a creativity quote last night. So I was like, I gotta be quiet. So I know that's being shared. And it's an amazing, I love that quote. And then, yeah, it is, you're starting from experience. Everything gets you to where you are. And it's like just building on that. I just love that reminder.
Sort of along the same lines as there is no failure, just opportunities to learn from on your path to success, that kind of idea.
Yes. Oh, thank you. That was Maggie shared that with us, right?
Maggie, that was credited for Maggie wanting to share that with us.
Yay. But thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody who joined us live this morning, and anyone watching the replay. I hope you found it valuable and insightful, maybe a little motivating or inspiring. And maybe we'll have a guest for you next week.
Yes, I know. Surprise announcement, and we'll follow up. But pretty sure we're gonna have a pretty wonderful guest next week. So yes.
I'm back. Come join us next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.